drivers are the ones to take the gamble, see how that works for them soon. Comes through with 11.17.6. See what the others can do.
Sebastian, second stage of the morning. Jari Matti up on the splits, but any concerns?
No, it's okay. It was a little bit of humidity in the first part of the stage in the fast section. So I took it a bit easy in this place, didn't want to take any risks, and it's okay.
You've got 2 spare tyres in the boot there. Are they hard or soft compound?
Soft. I don't know. I don't have the information for the next one, but in case it was raining, we have a little bit better than for hard, but maybe it's not raining for the first loop.
There was that inspired tyre choice that Citroën made at the beginning of the rally in Germany, which effectively won them the rally probably. And if they've got the same info that Ford have got. Jari Matti, those couple of moments on the opening stage of Sunday morning hurting him a little bit. But as we heard, Colin Clark was up on the splits, came through in the end. Just 1.7 quicker than Loeb, the gap 29.4. But Järvinen seems to have woken up a different man. His time's looking better on stage 1 than we've seen really all rally in relative terms to cars ahead. And on this one, looking very solid. Comes through and he wins the stage, his first stage win of the rally. Fantastic performance by Mikko Järvinen.
Fastest through so far.
Yeah. It was difficult yesterday, but it's just small things, and I finally realized how I have to drive with this setup in this car. So you know, I'm just glad I found it finally.
No doubt that Dani Sordo's pace on tarmac is unquestioned. He won several times on stage of the car, squirming around a little bit. It was to turn out that Sordo had a puncture. Right at the back of the car was to lose some 35 seconds in his fight to make sure he can hang on to 4th place. Huge frustration for Dan. You can see how hard he's working to keep the car on the road. It's a 20k stage, this La Musara stage. There you can see that right rear, right down on the car on its rim. Wants to go into stage 15. Puncture solved, but a power steering issue. Combination of the two really hurting Dani. Fastest on stage 15.
Danny, you're just having a little feel of the steering wheel there. Any problems in there?
Yeah, the power steering sometimes is gone, so it's still hard. But I have lucky I feel this just before the stage, and the stage not problem. And now it's still also really hard. I don't know.
So what can Sébastien Ogier do? We saw him win the opening stage of the morning. Up the stage wins he had on stage 2 and 3 also. Quick just about everywhere. Ogier comes through, takes the time down to 36.8 between him and Dani Sordo. Chris Meek immediately behind Ogier has had a trouble-free run so far in the rally, apart from a spin on stage 2, which cost him some time. He was, of course, on gravel still. 5th fastest on stage 15. Just over 1 minute and 3 seconds behind Ogier. Osberg, with his brakes coming back to a little bit more working temperature, having to baby them a little bit more in the opening part of the stage. And through the impressive 5th fastest time on stage 14. Ninth fastest on stage 15. And 50 seconds behind Meek.
Matt, it's been an interesting morning for you with your brake problems.
Yeah, definitely. And now again, I don't know if it came from the first stage, but there is a bolt or a nut missing on the brake caliper. We didn't have a spare one, and there was nowhere else to take it from. So the left front caliper is loose, so the car was braking very strangely on this stage. So, but we came through it, and we did some corrections to the pace note. So the most important thing is that that the brakes are working on this stage the next time.
Yeah, funny that brakes are quite important. And here's a man who seems to have had a never-ending run of braking issues throughout the season. Seems to be regularly overheating his brakes, is Henning. Problems on day one with a intermittently working intercom, and then suffering from a heavy cold, but still put in some good times.
120. Line
120, straight, right to 100 long in, gas.
Evgeny Novikov, first time out in the DS3 WRC, appears to be working well from a punch on stage 10, costing him a minute. But other than that, no dramas in his driving. It'd be a huge relief to Zenith Girardet, who seems to have been getting considerably more and more stressed with the Russians driving. 7th fastest on stage 15. And Matthew Wilson had some dramas on day one with the gearbox issues. They remapped the gearbox and the engine and changed the steering rack on Saturday. And a bit of a battle between him, Henning, and also just outside the points, Dennis Kuipers. So Loeb extends the lead to 31.1 ahead of Fjärveden, who's put in a really good, strong performance. Sordo loses time with that puncher. Ogier much closer, could possibly get himself up to 4th. Meek still running well, and Osberg with his brake problems just about going in 7th. So, not many stages remain here in Spain. At the moment, it looks all about Loeb. Never underestimate the changing face of WRC 2011. See more action after the break here on Motors TV. So after the morning loop, Loeb leads by 31.1 seconds over Jari-Matti Lappala. Strong performances by Mikko Fjärveden. And dramas for Danny Sordo with a puncher and power steering. Issues have dropped him into the clutches of Loeb's teammate Sébastien Ogier. Get a chance to now ride through stage 16. See exactly how Sébastien Loeb does it.
Et gauche 130 plus Milon fond, 70 mètres, attention, droite 110 plus Milon au mur.
Took Marco Allen's record of most stage wins. Now, on 803 stage wins, but get across so that he's at 5 wins so far. This is the stage that was run in the dark first thing in the morning, so a very different feel, of course. The Santa Marina 26.5k stage. Mentioned before, it's been run for the last 10 years in both directions at various points. Doubtlessly will have been successful whichever way the road turns.
Sur gauche 2 fois. Sur attention 50 mètres, gauche 130 moins. Et gauche 130 plus court sur attention 50 mètres, gauche 120 bon. Et droite 120 plus Milon pas corde, 80 mètres. Gauche 110 plus Milon, 50 mètres. Gauche 120 long, ferme léger, humide de sortie. Et droite 148 moins, ferme 130 bon, pas corde. Sur gauche 6, sur droite 10, sur gauche 130 plus, gauche 130 plus mi-court corde au pied. 100 mètres, attention, droite ferme 110 long sur pont. 50 mètres, gauche-droite à fond. Et attention, droite sur frein pour 60 mètres, gauche 110 mi-long. Et droite frein pour 40 mètres, gauche 110 mi-long. Et devant panneau, gauche 100 mi-long tard. Sur droiti, sur gauchi, sur droite 134 plus, ferme 120 moins long. Ouvre et gauche 110 plus. 50 mètres, droite 110 plus long. Et gauche frein pour droite 130 mi-court. 130 mètres, gauche 120 bon court sur frein pour attention 40 mètres, gauche 110 plus mi-long. Ouvre et ferme 100 tard, sur droite 90 plus mi-long. Et droite 90 plus mi-long et gauche 110 mi-long. Et gauche à fond. Et droite 130 plus mi-court. Et 50 mètres, attention. Gauche 123 moins, frein pour droite 100 mi-long. 50 mètres, gauche à fond long. Et frein pour la glissière droite 110 mi-long. 100 mètres. Ciel pour gauche 130 plus, pas corde. 80 mètres. Droite 130 bon. Sur gauche à fond. 130 mètres, attention. Droite 134, ferme 120. Sur gauche 120 bon. Et droite 110 plus mi-long tard, pas corde. Sur gauche 120 moins. Et droite 120 moins. Sur attention, gauche 110 plus long, pas corde. Et droite 120 bon long en deux fois. Sur attention, gauche 110 plus long tard, pas corde. 50 mètres. Droite 130 bon mi-long. Et gauche ferme 130 moins mi-long. Et droite 130 bon fond. Droite 130 bon fond, 180 mètres. Droite 148 plus, ferme frein pas corde. Pour 40 mètres, gauche 120 bon, corde max au pied. Plus 0,7. Ouvre 70 mètres, droite 120 plus.
Plus 0,7.
Ouais. 150 mètres. Droiti. Et 100 mètres, attention, devant glissière, gauche 146 moins.
Close he was, the barrier on the exit of that corner there. That precision evident, as always, with Loeb.
Gauche 120 moins, mi-long, pas corde.
Rolls so much speed through the corner, just picks the throttle up so elegantly.
Droite 110 mi-long tard, 80 mètres. Gauche 130. 200 mètres. Gauche 130 moins, mi-long, rasé. Et droite 120 sur gauchi, sur droite 120 moins mi-long, sur gauche 120 moins, et droite 120 moins mi-long, et droite.
The rest of the crew started to come through the stage. It's apparent that Loeb was amongst the quickest. Lapala and Ogier fighting with him for the honour of fastest driver through here.
130 mètres, attention, droite 120 bon, pas corde. Et gauche à fond, sur attention 50 mètres, gauche 120 bon, mi-long, pas corde. Sur droite à fond, 80 mètres. Gauche 130 plus court corde. 100 mètres. Droite sur frein pour 90 mètres au pont. Droite 112, ferme 90 long. Et gauche 130 plus long en 3 fois. Et gauche 130 bon, mi-long. 80 mètres, droite 100 plus mi-long. Sur gauche 110 plus corde au pied. Et ciel pour gauche 140 moins long tard, vraiment pas corde.
So Loeb comes through with a 15:44.5, was to be the third quickest time on the stage, to lose some 2.9 seconds to Jari-Matti Latvalu's lead now, 28.2. Sebastian Ogier wins the stage. So Loeb there is the lead with just 2 stages remaining, surely looking very solid. The question being is, will team orders come into play, and if so, when? Between the two Ford drivers, Sordo struggling on the mixture of soft and hard tyres and losing even more time to Ogier. Now the gap just 13.7 seconds. Sordo came through 7th fastest, 23 seconds off of Ogier on that stage. So into 17. Last of the open stages proper before the all-important power stage, but this is generally where we see the position set. We go in Jordan, of course,